Hello, Yellow Jackets fans. We're looking at UNC versus GT 2017. We're going to get right on in this and let you see this first play through. Little triple option right there. Okay, so triple option. These two guys right here are your read guys. And traditionally, this guy will come in and take the B back, and this guy will take either the QB or the A back. Well, in this case, he cross charges. He goes right for the B back, and this guy is going to the outside. So you look right here. We're looking at this guy. This guy's going to the outside. See how it's going to the outside? So he gets to the B back, but the linebacker's coming in, and he takes him. Now, it could have been a called dive just to see how the triple option will play out. That sometimes happens, just to kind of get a feel for what they're going to do. It's a safe play, but you can see that cross charge right there. All right, next play. Go ahead and let you see it through. It's just a little called short pass. Works great. Nothing really to talk about. Just a quick little pass. Great catch by Ricky June. Get to the next play. All right, we'll watch this play through. Very interesting play. It's usually QB follow. What normally happens is the QB will follow the B back. But if you look right here, the B back kind of hesitates. And so that hesitation, Marshall does a great job just ad-libbing getting on through. Why does he hesitate? Well, you got this guy right here shooting the gap. You get Divine right here. He's going to step up and stop him. All these guys do a great job picking up the right people. And it kind of fills the hole. There's really nowhere for him to go. Now, Marshall's in a slightly different slot, so he can better see an angle to get through that first down. All right, get to that next play here. Let you see it through. You can see your first shift right here. You go to from a 4-man front to a 5-man front. So what does that do? Well, these two are your option guys, or these two are your option guys, depending on which way you're going. And if you go like this, now it's these two are your option guys, and these two are your option guys. So you've changed who the option guys are. And so that's just a basic way of trying to confuse our line. But watch this. So we'll see what this is. Just a little rocket toss. Oh, I remember this. Oh, wow, yeah. So the rocket toss, one thing to note is watch this safety. He's going to be reading this guy right here. This comes up, and if he comes up harder, a lot of times, if they can get it right about here when they're catching the ball, you can really get a big-time loss. You can see Brad Stewart's kind of expecting this, and he's just going to crack back this guy. And I remember the game, and the whole stadium was like, oh, man, he just knocked a fool out of him right there. So what normally would happen is these two guys would change block assignments. So Brad would go in, he would go out. But you notice right there, Nathan doesn't go out. He's looking for someone on the inside. And this guy right here ends up making the tackle. All right, next play. Little speed option there. All right, so just an option with the B back. We can watch some of the blocking here. You got this pulling guard, and if you'll watch the pulling guard, you'll watch back here. That's going to be his key. So he's watching the guard. So Divine does a great job getting to the defensive end. You know, definitely protects the QB. Now the QB's thinking about running it. You see there? Shoulders originally are faced towards the A-back. So he quickly turns right here, and Marshall forces him to commit right there. Turns his shoulders towards the QB. This is awesome. If you get it to the outside, normally you can go much further than the inside. But right there, gets that pitch going out. Does a great job. Now, you need to watch some of the blocking. So what's going on? Watch Will right here. Comes on the inside right here. Trying to get to the linebacker. So trying to slow him down. Definitely makes him go to the inside. Anything else going on? Nothing really. Talk about great blocking right here. So this next play, Will does an excellent job. I think it's this play. Nope, this is the pass play. So before we talk about the play after this one, we'll go ahead and look. What happens right here is this defensive lineman does a great job on the center, and he's able to get by the center, and it ends up, you know, causing some pressure. Now we also have some issues right here. This guy does get around, gets to the QB. We do need a little bit of help on our pass blocking. Some of the throws have been somewhat of Marshall, but also somewhat rushed. All right, next play right here, 5-man front. Goes to this 4-man front. Let's see what kind of play it is. Let you see it all the way through. All right, there you go. Triple option. Triple option with a cross charge. So watch this right here. The QB is going to turn to give the B back. He's watching both these guys. This guy comes in, takes the V back. QB keeps. Excellent. Next guy is the option guy. Shoulders are reading, taking the QB. Supposed to pitch it. We pitch it. We make a block here. Get a block to the outside here. Make the yards. All right. So Will right here, this is awesome right here. He takes on this guy. He's trying to pinch him. He's trying to keep him from getting the second level. And he fights him off really well right there. And he goes right for that linebacker. Doesn't completely take him out, but turns him around backwards. So excellent job fighting off the pinch where he's trying to pinch down on him, keeping him from getting the second level. Fights him off and gets the Mike linebacker. Now if you look, this Mike linebacker, a lot of times they'll shoot as hard as they can to the outside, try to get right here. If you notice, he's trying to cover two gaps. He's trying to cover a lane here and a lane here. And so he's not quite going 100% full speed. So that helps us out. That's what happens if you can get the B back going. The Mike linebacker better stay home a little bit. Okay, so we have another shift again from a 5-man front to a 4-man front, and you got your option guys changing. These are your option guys now. These are your option guys before. So you have a slight change right there. This guy is no longer an option guy. All right. Let you see this play all the way through. You see that motion right there? Try to get them to jump off sides. They don't jump off sides. Right there. So what's going on? So just a triple option. So we change a little bit. Remember, this guy's been taking the B back. So they change it up. They take this guy. We open it up. He takes the B back right here. The good meshes by Marshall. Really, really hiding the ball. So he takes him. Now this is your next option guy, and he's pinching hard on this off tackle. And if you see, he's even giving up ground right here. And that leaves the Mike linebacker, which this guy is supposed to take, and he's coming to the inside right here, kind of coming through this alley. And what you'd want to do is basically you want to option off this guy, but look at his shoulders. His shoulders are outside. Shoulders are saying outside. So Marshall's going to read that, and he's going to turn it up. Makes the first down. He needs to make the first down anyways. Next play. 5-man front. Just this little bootleg. It didn't work in the game that I saw. It did make a touchdown, I do believe. I think one of the major is just the blocking right here. It develops slowly, and we don't quite make our block here, and that ends up being the death of this play right here. It also was like the first or second play of the game. Same thing happened, it just went to the other side. We'll keep on going. 2nd and 13. So we're behind the chains. So we've moved an A back over right here. So we'll go ahead and see what happens. They go to a 5-man front, so another switch. It's going to be a pass throw. Pass is there. Pass is reasonably thrown, a little bit behind, but we're just not quite able to hang on to the ball. Let's see if y'all want to see that in slow motion. So close. All right. Next play. Now this video is not to point out anything that happened for any particular player. It's just trying to look at the offense, trying to understand what's going on, and slow it down so we can all enjoy the game as much as Paul Johnson does. All right, so here we go. We'll watch this play through. Little speed option. Now it's slightly different. There was a different speed option, and the quarterback came around this way. If you look at this one, he's just stepping back and turns hard. So he steps back. Divine's coming out. This guy came through. So this guy coming through kind of changes his play a little bit. He decides to cut up. What's supposed to happen is Divine's supposed to hit this guy. This guy would be the option. But we don't. We cut it up. We end up making it by the tackles. It makes some pretty good yards. All right. Let's take a look at this next play. Let you see it all the way through. just a dive. All right, we'll go back and look at it. Everybody's taking on their guys pretty well right here, cutting this backside off. You have right here, taking this guy out, Divine's coming up. Gives you a good hole to run through. And we end up making, that second effort is awesome by Benson, by the way. Makes an extra 2 yards. Turns a 4-yard gain into a 6. 2nd and 4. All right, next play. Did you see it all the way through? Dive back the other way. So not quite as good. Let's see what happens right here. Got a double team right there, so we blow him up. And what happens, this guy is kind of free. We're trying to get to him, you know, but he's pinching down hard, and we do get to him. There's a slight delay right here, and you know, I really can't see exactly what the B-back is seeing, but you want the B-back to go through. But he ends up kind of not having a hole to get through, so he pauses, tries to find somewhere to go, and just rides the pile. 3rd down, 3rd and 1. 5-man front. Go ahead and let you see the play through. Another one of those plays right there. You can see where Benson went through first this time. So we'll watch this guy right here. He's supposed to go through first, and he does. QB is supposed to follow right behind him. And, you know, there's a little daylight right there. He tries to get through, but it closes pretty hard. Ends up making the 1st down. All right, so you can see another shift there. 5-man front to 4-man front. Go ahead here. You got a rocket toss. All right. Lynch does a great job on this play, making yards out of nothing. So slightly different rocket toss. I don't know if y'all can watch it. These two guys right here. Little different blocking technique. Brad's going to come in. Cersei's going to come out. That's who he's supposed to take right there. And we don't quite, we're supposed to block. This guy goes behind you, you're fine. But this guy gets in front. And that ends up being a slight problem. But Lynch, being the man he is, was able to deal with that and makes 4 yards. Next play. All right. Oh, I love the counter option dive. Excellent play. Good run by Howard. So let's see what happens here. So this is going to be a counter option. Again, it looks like it's going to be a triple option in this direction, but it goes that way. So that's the counter option part. Now the counter option dive is where we give it to the B-back instead of just counter optioning it this way. We give it to the B-back, and he's supposed to turn and follow this pulling guard. So we got a pulling guard. He's supposed to follow him and go through the hole, and he does an excellent job right there. Now Divine is trying to go for that guy. Ends up coming back and trying to get him. So why does the counter option dive work? Well, okay, so they're reading really hard on this guard, and they're flying to the outside because of that guard. You see this guy flying to the outside, and when they fly to the outside and go to the outside, you're taking advantage of it because they're looking for that counter option. So if you do this, they better stay home, and if they stay home, you'd run the counter option, and then you're free on the outside. So it's basically a chess game move. All right, next play. Basically counter back to the other way. Good run. Not as many yards, but we'll see what happened here. So counter option. Looks like it'll be a counter option in this direction. Give it to the B-back. We'll watch what's going on with our linebackers here. This is a very interesting setup. It's like you have 2 linebackers and 2 Mike linebackers. So we'll play this a little bit. So this guy is taking the bait. He's actually coming up on this side like it's going to be a triple option in this direction. Takes him out of the play. This guy right here is following the pulling guard right here. Takes himself out of the play. So he bites on the triple option. He bites on the counter option. And that gives us some room right here for the B-back to come through and try to make some yards. All right, so 4-man front, 5-man front. Let's see what happens. Touchdown. All right, so what play is this right here? It looks like it could be just like a power option, but Nate's in the wrong place. If this is a power option, Nate's in the wrong place. Now it could be just some sort of power run to the outside, and I think Nate is just going to block something. They both look like they're just going to block, and if they go to block, then the outside is open. So let's see, right here we don't pick up this guy. So here we have a change right here. I think it does. This guy should not be coming through free, and he is. So we had a slight misassignment there. That's all right. Marshall turns it into a touchdown. All right, so somebody wanted to see a drive that didn't work. I think the next drive doesn't work. So we'll get through it here. We can even look at the defense a little bit if you want. Don't normally look at the defense too much. We'll go ahead and look at one thing to notice. Look at the number of players. We got 4. We got another 4 in a box. Seeing 8 in the box, we haven't seen that much in the past. See, everybody gets picked up. Brant keeps himself in good position right there. He does a great job. Doesn't actually make the tackle. Definitely slows him down. And this guy doesn't quite make the tackle. The guy is great at staying on his feet, but everybody swarms to the ball. Let's look at the next play real quick. Little dump pass right there. So great pickup. So we'll see what goes on here. Got a guy coming out, another guy coming out. This guy's picked up. This guy's picked up. That guy's picked up. Looks like everybody's got a date for the prom right there. Next play, 3rd and 14. We'll watch it here. Almost we get to him. Sack. All right. Ends up being a flag. Make them punt. All right. We'll see, how did this drive end here? So 4-man front. Go ahead and play the play through. All right. So what happened here? This is a triple option. These are your 2 option guys, and they both go outside. So it's a give read. This is a give read. What's not happening is we're not able to block this guy. We go to block him on the inside, and he comes to the outside, and it ends up being a tackle. So it's just a missed block, not a misread. This one, we'll want to see what this play is. Pass play. Just a little too high. So I was at the game, and I remember some sort of bumping and holding. So the question is, did he think that he was going to be a little further downfield? Because he throws it about where he would have been had that bump or holding or whatever it was hadn't happened earlier on. Been right in the right place. All right, 3rd and 8. Just doesn't go our way. I don't know what's going on downfield. I don't remember the play, but obviously we don't pass it, and we end up getting sacked. So this guy comes through, not quite able to make her block. He ends up making the sack. So gosh, there's nothing that we're doing wrong. It's just that we're not doing everything right. So if you say, what's killing our drives, it would be just not executing our plays. Normally, at least when we execute our plays, we do have a chance. All right, so second half, maybe we can do something in the second half. Let's see here. If I remember right, is that first and 10? Yeah. All right, here we go. Little counter option right here. Got the block going on by the pulling. by the pulling guard. Great. This is your option person. You want to go ahead and pitch it. I'm not sure why he decides not to pitch it. It's like he sees everything going. It just happens too fast. I think that's actually the first counter option that we ran of the game. Could be wrong. Let's see what happens right here. 2nd and 10. Just nowhere to go. It just doesn't develop very well. So just a double option, a power option right here. He becomes a lead blocker. Everybody moves over. It just doesn't seem to be moving really fast. I'm not sure if Benson's supposed to be taking that guy. See, who is he? He's the linebacker. I think Benson's supposed to take this guy, and that would be your pitch guy. So that could have been the issue. 3rd and 8. Let's see what happens here. Pass play. It ends up breaking down. So just got to execute our plays. Need a little bit better pass blocking too. So we're going to look at defense. Just look at another offensive run. That's the longest time North Carolina kept the ball, huh? Missed the field goal. Don't mind that. Let's get to the second half. Actually, the 3-point drive wasn't a bad drive. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. 5-man front. They just switched on us. Go ahead and let you see the play. Little pass to Ricky June. Let's look at the pass blocking. I think there's plenty of time making our blocks. Excellent job. Next play. Okay, so we go from a 5-man to 4-man front. Little cross charge. Let's go ahead and make the first down. All right, so cross charge. This guy comes in, takes the V-back. Great mesh right here. No way this guy doesn't know this guy doesn't have the ball. So he definitely has to take him. Okay, if you watch right here, we got a good guy trying to pinch, but you can see we just push him back. Now we're going for the Mike linebacker. So this is your option guy. He's way off the line, which means we're going to make a first down. Now normally what you do is you'd run at him. And I'm not sure why he stops. I think something gets out of whack right here. He thinks he's just going to go make the first down. Thinks about not making it down. He thinks he's going to pitch it. Decides not to pitch it and to make the first down. And if you look, probably a good idea. You know, I'm not sure if we make the first down or not because this guy is covered. All right. Little counter option dive. Excellent run by Benson. So why is this working? So little counter option this way. Let's see what happens. This guy is actually coming forward and over this way. So it's not. He does run himself out of the play a little bit. Not as hard as I've seen other people run out of the play. Looks like our blocker kind of gets tripped up right there, but he hits somebody. Benson finds a hole and ends up almost making a first down. Next play. Little QB follow for the first down. Anything to talk about? Right here, this guy's trying to defeat that block, but we do a good job driving on him anyways. We have this guy trying to shoot up in the gap right there. That's what Benson's supposed to do. Takes him, and it gives us the chance to make the first down. But we fumble the ball. I think it's a hand. There's a hand right here. It ends up hitting the ball. All right. And then this is the last play. I believe this is a touchdown play. Little counter option right there. Great job driving out. We're supposed to, a lot of times the counter option dive is supposed to go on the inside of this guard. So the guard would hit here and we'd go up through here. End up bouncing on the outside. Able just to kind of break that tackle right there. If we do go to the inside, you can see that the inside is wide open as well. We kind of go through there, but we get back to where we should have been. Have to fight some trash. We get some times for people to get in place. Great blocking by Quay. Excellent. All right. Does a great job just getting in front of them. Don't want a penalty. Touchdown. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to Miami. And we'll see what happens this weekend. Go Jackets.